Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Open Space Committee meeting of Thursday, August 7th, 2025, 6 p.m. at the Lakeville Senior Center. I'm Chairman David Zlonis, and we have actually 5 active members right now out of 7 positions, and all 5 are present. We have 1 new member that's being appointed to be for next meeting, but that's not quite there. So everybody is present. LakeCAM is recording the meeting. Is anybody else recording? No. The answer is no. This meeting is now called to order. Okay. The first item on the agenda was to review and approve the July 3rd meeting minutes. And assuming everybody has looked at them and there's any issues, corrections?
Just on number 6, 50 were left at the town hall. It says these were distributed at town meeting, 50 at the town hall. Should that say were left at?
Good. Okay.
I think maybe.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it.
it.
You're going to give me the red line, or no? Or you want me to just write that down?
I'll write it down.
I'll write it down. So
Get your
it's
minutes?
items.
Just change it
No,
on your
these are
minutes.
in my notes here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Number 6, bullet 2.
Page 3. Page 3. 50 were left. Yeah, it's just a little wording change, doesn't
That's it.
change the meaning at all.
No, it doesn't.
Everybody's okay with that correction?
Yep.
All right, so do we have a motion to approve the July 3rd meeting minutes with that one wording correction on item 6?
Aye.
Second. Second. All those approve? Aye.
Aye.
All right. The July 3rd meeting minutes are approved with one correction on item 6, the wording. All right. Agenda item 3 are the committee and commission updates. The Assawamsett Pond Complex meets quarterly, and so there was no meeting this month, so no update. The next meeting is in September. It'll be after our September meeting, so I'll have an update on the APC in October. Conservation Commission is currently open. Nobody is covering that right now. Historical Commission, both Brian or Joan.
Anything, Brian?
Okay, well, I think we have a cemetery tour planned for September. Do you know anything more about it, Joan?
I think it's October.
Is it October?
I think it's October.
Okay, that gives us more time.
Is it around Halloween?
Thompson Hill?
Thompson Hill Cemetery, which is a place we're hoping to get on the National Register of Historic Buildings and Structures and sites. And we're sort of working on the 175th committee, organizing things for the town's anniversary, and
In
we're hoping to
2028.
do an update of the Lakeville history book and some of the brochures or booklets that we've done in the past. One for Taunton Street and one for Highland Road. Beyond that, we have a meeting, I guess the 3rd Wednesday of this month. Is that right, Joe?
Yes, that's right, next Wednesday.
So that's our next meeting.
Wednesday.
Okay, quite a bit going on. All right. Let's see, on the Community Preservation Committee, which where Liz has moved on, that is now open, and by town bylaws, we are required to have a member representing on the CPC, Community Preservation Committee. Would anybody care to volunteer?
When do they meet? Do they meet during the day, don't they? I work full time, so.
Okay,
I didn't, I
have-
looked up the other one, I didn't look that one up.
Yeah, I did. The 3rd Thursday of the month at 6:30 at the police station.
That's the Community Preservation Act too? I mean, committee?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll do that one.
You'd be interested
Well,
in that?
it's either that or the Conservation Commission.
Yeah. Well, we are required to have one for the CPC,
Oh,
so that
okay.
would be most
Okay.
important,
Okay.
right? Is it,
3rd Thursday, you said?
yes, the 3rd Thursday, 6:30 PM at the police station. And
Okay.
so I think we need to vote as a committee. I have a motion of Lynn Morley represent Open Space Committee on the Community Preservation Committee.
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Right. Unanimous?
I guess
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
I know Tracy told me it wouldn't be that much work,
Yeah.
but
Well,
you do
yeah.
have to have a representative, and there's always something, you know,
Yeah.
and plus you got the meeting once a month, so thank you
Right.
for volunteering for that. Okay. And there's, the Conservation Commission is not a requirement. Is anybody willing to take time to, the only problem with following the Conservation Commission is if the web pages aren't up to date with the agendas, and that's the easiest way to just go to the web page
And read the minutes.
and read them, but if they're months behind,
Then
you don't get
never
you
have
don't
the
get good
info.
updates. So that seems to go up and down. And of course, we're gonna have some probably more issue with that as well, because Devaney had been taking care of that for us, and she's no longer on the committee. So I'll, and I don't know, I can talk to Colleen, what can be done about keeping those up to date. Because Tracy's gone, you know, as of August 5th. And Colleen Lieb is now the administrative assistant for the select board and the town administrator. And,
Aren't they designing a new website?
yeah, I guess a lot of money was approved for that, but that's
Yeah.
probably gonna take a while. But anyways, anybody interested in trying to monitor the Conservation Commission? If not, where Lynn has taken the CPC as a, now you're gonna have to apply
Oh, we
for
have
the
to.
application to become a member. You have to go through the application
Oh,
process.
it's a member?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just observation?
No,
Oh,
you-
the
you-
other one's observation? I want
No,
the
no,
other
it's too
one.
late, we already voted you in. but,
Okay. I'll send my
I can be sued for
resignation.
misrepresentation, but no, it's a member, just like
Oh, okay.
Melissa is required to have a park committee member
Oh,
on the
okay.
open space. It's actually a sitting member.
Oh,
You just have
okay.
to send a letter to the select board. I think there's a form online that you just fill in, like
Yeah,
you
there
did,
is.
like you did
It's-
for this.
It still says Tracy, to send it to Tracy, because I was looking at the website for,
Or you can contact, you know, Colleen, who's replaced Tracy, but
yeah.
you do have to go through that process. So I remember it's gonna take, and then the select board has to appoint you,
Yeah.
and then they process it. So it's gonna take a couple months or so. Like Melissa, she got appointed just this week, and now they gotta process
Here?
everything.
For
Yeah,
us?
for us, yeah.
Oh,
And so
I
she'll.
didn't even know Devaney left, but,
Yeah, oh, well,
yeah.
We're gonna, agenda item 4.
Oh, yep, okay, I won't expect.
Okay, well anyways, so
Okay,
you know, you took that, and if, I'll monitor the webpage for the Conservation Commission. I go to the APC, I cover the APC, but that's only a meeting 4 times a year.
yeah,
So I can handle that, which I'm doing. And just to check the Conservation webpage, but if they don't update it, I'm not gonna have time to attend their meetings, I don't think so. If they don't, I'll have whatever updated on their webpage, I'll have as an update. So I will take that one. Okay. And then I'll add, under this agenda item 3, I'll add the Park Commission update, and I'll put Melissa on there to give us an update on that. So that makes sense, she's on the Park Commission. So then we'll have everything covered, one way or another. All right, anything else on the committee commission updates? Good. All right, agenda item 4 is the committee 2 open positions, discussion, possible vote on a new vice chair. So now there's only 1 open position because Melissa Turcott from the Park Commission was just appointed this week, and she'll be on board for the next meeting. So there's 1 open position, which is an at-large position. There's no other committee or commission they have to come from. It can be, you know, just any resident of Lakeville. So it hasn't been posted yet as far as an opening on the committees. And I checked a few days ago and it wasn't up yet, but they should be putting it up there that it's that we have an open position. And if you know anybody, just pass the word that we do have an at-large member position open. The last thing on this item was anybody's interested in the
take it back?
vice chair position.
No, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
No going back for Bob. Anybody care for the vice chair?
Mm-mm.
No, that's a scary position.
It is.
We've gone through two in the last few months. All right, we don't have to have a vice chair, apparently, it's just fills in case I'm not available.
Means you can't be ill or go
So
on
that means you
vacation.
have to be available.
Well, I know how to cancel a meeting by email,
Okay.
but if I don't have a vice chair, I don't know who would run the meeting,
Yeah.
so. Without a vice chair, that's what would happen. If I happen to be in Tahiti or something, I will cancel. All right, so we tried. We got everything covered on the committees, but we don't have a vice chair. Now, maybe one of our, well, no, I don't think Melissa won't be interested. She's already got enough, but maybe the new at-large member might, once we get one. All right, so we'll skip that off. If anybody changes their mind, just let me know and we'll put it back on the agenda. All right, any other discussion on the committee positions? Okay, we're doing pretty well there. Okay, agenda item 5 is the 2025 open space plan status. Joan?
So, it's gone to DCR. We had the letters from everybody we needed letters from. I did the planning board updates. And at the meeting on Monday night, the select board was supposed to put in their letter of approval. And everything's going back to DCR, and now we just wait to see what they want us to do. So it's out of our hands now.
Right, and it was last meeting, there was some updates that you had
Yes,
made or so,
and
so that's all
I
done.
did
And
all
the
the updates are done. I readjusted the
10 years.
10 years, so it's going back to DCR. So
Right.
now we just sit back and wait to see what DCR wants.
Okay, and they usually come back with changes, is what you think?
They didn't come back the last time, but they usually come back with a few, so we'll see.
Okay.
And then we fix it and send it back,
Yep.
and then we're good.
Almost there. It's a multi-year process, but it'll be easier next time.
Mhm.
Okay, agenda item 6 is the Open Space Committee Town webpage, and there, of course, the updates are the membership changes. Of course, Liz and Devaney are no longer on the committee, need to be removed. Melissa, which is actually spelled with one S, Melissa, M-E-L-I-S-A. I always think of it as with two, but anyways, Devaney used to take care of seeing Tracy about the updates to our webpage, so I assume Colleen will do the updates. Does anybody want to be that liaison with Colleen?
I'll be the liaison,
Okay.
you bet.
All right, so the only thing I can, thank you, Joan, and the only thing I can think is if you want to take that, I got to keep this information, but if you want to jot that down, so you really just need to have her name added as a member and have Liz and Devaney removed, and then we're going to have one open position. Right. And have you met Colleen yet, Joan? Joan, have you met Colleen yet?
Got it.
Have you met Colleen?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
All right, so you're going to be the liaison for webpage updates. And anything else anybody's aware of? I think we're in pretty good shape. I think we're probably going to fall behind on agendas and minutes being posted. You could ask Colleen, what she
Oh, yes.
expects to happen. That'll be a second thing. Just not that anything has to be done right away, but I think we're probably only a month behind now because Devaney had us up to date.
Okay.
And I know when we first looked at it, there was like maybe 6 months behind or
Way
so.
behind,
So
and it was up
we
to
don't-
date.
We don't want that to happen again because
No
if somebody
way.
wants to monitor what we're doing, that's how they can get the information. They gotta either watch the video or they can just check the agendas and minutes. And it's a lot easier just to go through agenda minutes instead of going through the whole video. Try and look something up. Okay, that's it for the webpage. Okay, agenda item 7 is the maintenance and monitoring of the properties list for conservation status and opportunities. And as I said, everything is all set except the conservation restriction list we're still working on. And did get some, and I sent an updated list to everybody. We had some inputs from the assessor's office on the expiration dates, because that's, the main thing we're missing is, conservation is missing expiration dates, and,
I mean, and some of them aren't CRs.
yeah, so that,
I mean, this is an APR. The Mass Land Conservation, that's not a CR, that's an APR.
okay, the Mass Land Conservation, both of them are
Those two
APRs?
are APR properties,
I have
and this one is a
three of them.
CR.
So all,
The third one is a
third one is
CR.
a CR. Okay, CR, and these are APRs. Okay, but we don't have expiration dates on them. Now, the assessors...
They don't have, these ones don't have expiration dates.
Does that mean they're in perpetuity?
In perpetuity.
Oh, I like that. So,
APR never expires. The Showable land is the same thing, but the Showable land's APR is not on here.
yeah,
And this list is a little deceptive. The Wildlands Trust has another CR of, the Wildlands Trust has a 2.17 acre parcel on River Bend.
yeah,
That's not on this list.
okay. Do you
And-
have a parcel ID number?
I can get it.
Okay, if we can get that, we can add
I
it to
can
the
get
list.
that. And it's the list is a tiny bit deceptive,
Okay,
because using this for an example, the Sadie V. Gladu is listed as 2 CRs,
yeah.
but it's 1. But it's 2 different
Well, it's
parcels
two
of
part-
land,
Yeah,
but it's 1 CR. So,
Well-
I mean, it's a kind of deceptive.
not really deceptive. I mean, we capture both parcel ID numbers. There's 2 different parcel ID numbers.
Right, but it's 1 CR.
But, yeah, well, it's okay. It's still a CR.
No.
They would have the same expiration date. So,
It has no expiration date.
well, those are in perpetuity also. I don't think it's deceptive. It's just, otherwise, we could put the 2 parcel IDs in one block, if you want.
Which they actually are. But,
I mean, just the way the spreadsheet
I
is
mean,
set up,
I mean, if you look at it this way, it says, a CR constituting approximately 42 acres of 1 CR with this actual deed restriction on it.
Okay,
So it's listed as 2 parcels,
yep,
but
Yes,
it's 1 CR
yeah.
with 1 deed restriction on the same piece of property.
yes, 2
So-
parcels in one, there's no problem with that. Is there, do you have an expiration? Oh, there's no expiration.
It doesn't
date.
expire.
Okay, so that's in perpetuity also.
It is.
Um,
And mine's in perpetuity. So on here.
Did we miss yours?
Oh, it's on here. This is in perpetuity.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, and these are, and I can put them in one block instead of separate.
The
But they-
Wildlands Trusts are in perpetuity on this
Okay,
page.
all 3 of the
They're in
wetlands.
perpetuity.
Okay. All right,
And this 21 Highland Road CR is in perpetuity.
yeah.
That's in perpetuity,
So-
okay.
Now, what about the bottom one of Mass Land Conservation?
That's in
Trust?
perpetuity,
Okay, so all
Yep.
3 of those.
all 3 of those.
So those
Because
are
that's
all-
also owned by the Wildlands Trust. That particular CR is not owned by them, but it's under them. So that's in perpetuity. I
Well,
mean, it stays like this,
Yeah.
but it is in perpetuity. 'Cause
Yeah.
like
The
that-
important thing is we have
that
the
I know.
parcel ID number, the number of
Right.
acres, and it's in
Right,
perpetuity
it is in
protected.
perpetuity.
So that takes care of Massachusetts Land Conservation
Yep.
Trust, Wildlands Trust, and of course the private ones you talked about down there. What about Mass Audubon? They have all these.
I'll check them, I think they're probably in perpetuity, but I'll check them.
Yeah, most likely they are. Now, how do you check them when you check them? Do you have a contact there, or do you?
I did a lot of work, I have, from when I was working on the plan, I have a lot of paperwork.
Okay.
So I can check that.
Okay.
And the land that the, Aquina Wampanoag,
Yep.
that was in perpetuity, so I'm guessing it still is, I'll check, but that was also, held by the Wildlands Trust.
These two here?
Those two.
The Wildlands Trust, how they,
The Wildlands Trust did have the CRs on them, and they were in perpetuity, so I can check on those as well.
Okay.
But they were in perpetuity before it went to the Wampanoags.
okay. And the assessor did say that the Native Americans are exempt from property taxes.
I thought they were,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they don't have to file for chapter 61 or
Right,
anything,
they
but it
don't.
sounds
They-
like
they're all set.
there was a CR in perpetuity already in place with the previous owners when they
It was
donated.
it was in place with the previous
Yeah, and
owners.
then they donated it to the Wampanoag. So that should be,
That should be.
you're gonna
in perpetuity.
verify it, but.
Yes, I will.
Okay. And of course, I added the Nemasket Cranberry Company down the bottom with the, I added all separate, they're all
Right, they're all
one.
the same, right,
And now that is
exactly.
a APR, or what do you call that?
Oh, that's the
That was-
the new,
It was an agricultural covenant,
it was.
and it does have an expiration of March 31st,
It was a,
2035.
farm viability enhancement program
Yeah. We don't.
to,
You know, I have it on the CR list, do I need to put an explanation of the type? I know,
Just
we
put-
we did when we were sorting them out.
right, so just put farm viability enhancement program.
Farm viability enhancement. How am I gonna fit that in? Really want me to get that in there?
FVEP,
All right, it's just for us, all right.
And that expires in-
We won't remember what it is, you might, but,
right,
but I'll write farm.
just write it down here with an
VEP.
asterisk.
Yeah, make a
All
note.
right, FVEP, Farm Viability Enhancement Program.
Enhancement program.
All right. And I did put each individual parcel number, even though it's only one
Absolutely.
agreement, because
Right.
it's just to capture the parcel
Yep.
numbers and the acreage. All right, so we got Nemasket Cranberry, there's a few others, the assessor said he's still working on a couple more.
Okay,
But if you, I think you pretty much covered everything here. And I don't know about Beechwood Farms, but maybe that's one that he's still checking, I don't know. Are you familiar with that one, Joan?
which one?
The Beechwood Farms?
I'm not,
All right, it might be the one that the
Right.
assessor's still checking. Now these here, these three, that he labeled as 61B, which means they're an annual.
Right.
So they were in chapter 6, but so maybe they shouldn't be on this list.
they probably, I mean, I don't know that they have CRs on them.
Yeah, I put them-
We'd have to find out. I don't think they do, but I can look.
Yeah, it looks like they're only in chapter 61B,
Right,
whether it's recreation or
I'll
open
go
space. I
over
don't
this
know.
list for next meeting.
All right, so if you could check, you're the one most familiar with these properties, that would be great.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you, Joan. 'Cause, maybe they need to come off the list. If they're an annual application for 61B, and they don't have a CR, they shouldn't be on this list, they should be on the
Right.
main list. All right, I think, anybody see any other questions? I think pretty much covered most everything. Either we got an
I
expiration
have a
date
lot
on
of
it.
this info from working on the plan, so.
Okay. Yeah, so anywhere where there's, we haven't talked about that you see a blank,
Mhm.
they said, assessor said he's still got a couple more he's working
Okay.
on. But, all right, let's see, I had sent him some questions. Well, we can get to that one, the outreach program, but, sent, okay. Yeah, still researching 2 of the parcels. Okay. All right, anything else on the conservation restriction expiration date? I think, we're getting there, considering we didn't have anything before, so
Yeah,
this is coming along pretty quick. And all our other lists, the chapter 61 and everything else, are all done for the year, so that is good. All right, with that, we'll move on to the next item, the Land Conservation Outreach Program, agenda item 8. So there's been a lot of activity, and we're just about to launch that. So let me see if I can get my notes to start that. First of all, the mailing list. which was what we've been working on for a long time. And,
Finally done.
yeah, well, it is. I know, Lynn, you had some questions about, some of the criteria for selecting.
Yeah, just because when Devaney was here, I know she kept asking about land in was it the Hemlocks, that if they didn't have, frontage, was it still qualified? And so some of the ones I saw on Lakeside Avenue, they don't have the frontage.
Well, I did check with the DCR Forester, who runs the Chapter 61 program, and I did talk to the assessor also, but for 61B, which has the least amount of requirements to apply for and be eligible for Chapter 61B, it's the open space. They have a recreation and an open space version, and the open space is the least restriction. So it's land maintained in a substantially natural, wild, or open condition, land maintained in a landscaped or pasture condition, or managed forest under an approved 10-year plan. Public access is not required for this category of land use. So the whole idea of the Chapter 61 program is to allow people to keep open land that they have without paying excessive taxes on it. If the town isn't providing any services, and this is a statewide program, to service that land, and they own it, and they'd be penalized if they paid the full development rate on it. So it's actually land that they may not be developable,
Yeah.
but they are entitled to a reduced tax if they just meet that's the lowest requirements is Chapter 61B open space.
And I thought 61B, you had to allow public to go on it.
No, that's
No.
only if it's
Okay.
recreation.
Oh, okay, okay.
And there is a bit of confusion about that, because I talked to the assessor, he still thinks it's
Right, it's the
that. But
same,
it's,
yeah.
And when I see him next, I'll show him this, that it's,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
just
I
this
know.
one little paragraph down there at the bottom of the
Yeah.
page. And I verified it with the DCR Forester, that is
Okay.
the case.
Okay.
So when we were looking at the properties, getting our mailing list down, we talked about, so something under, of course, you have to have 5 acres, that's the minimum requirement.
minimum
Yeah, you
requirement.
can't, you can piece them together, but you have to have 5 acres of open land for that. But, so we eliminated, to get the mailing list down, properties between 5 and 6 that had a house on them, because the odds are they wouldn't be eligible. And this is, I discussed it with the DCR Forester, and the old rule was you deduct 1 acre, which would take a bit up, but you can do less. If you have just a small house, and we found that example last month, there's a small house on it, and they've got a farm going, it's only the area of the house, the yard, the driveway, that's it. The barn counts as part of the, that would be a 61A, for agriculture. So, but it's a slim chance that they would be eligible. They could be, so we might have missed some in that category. If it was between 5 and 6 and was just open land, we left them on the mailing list. So even if it's wetlands, it's non-buildable, they're still out. They shouldn't be paying full tax on it, because they're not getting any services for it. They can't do anything with it. It doesn't have development value. So the full tax is based on development value. So that's the intent of this. So basically, we took out some across the board that Joan had information on that they wouldn't be interested, or they had a lot of buildings on it. We took that out. And then we did that between 5 and 6. But everything else we left on. We ended up with 224.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's a manageable number. And the good news is that the town hall staff is going to help us a lot with this. They're pretty much doing everything, actually.
Oh.
We gave them the list. They're printing the labels. They've already started them. They may have finished them, but they're working on them. They said they couldn't get the mail merge to work, so they're actually typing them in, but they had somebody available to do that. And a week ago, Tracy had already ordered all the envelopes.
Great.
And they had the labels. So I'm thinking right now the labels are either printed or they'll be printed by next week. The envelopes are there. We can talk about the letter in a minute, which is not ready, but that'll be ready later this month before our mailing in September. So the good news is that the town hall staff is actually going to apply the labels to the envelopes for us and print the copies of the letter and actually stuff the envelopes, and they're like automatic seal. You don't have to wet them or anything, the type of envelopes they use. So and they'll actually take them to the post office, and just expense
Well, that's
the
great.
postage. So
Okay.
all we have to do is provide the mailing list, which we did, and now provide the finished letter, which
David did.
we're working on for the next month, to get that done. And then there's also a posting, which is a minor thing
That's
that we need to talk about as
Yeah.
well. So, it's, and that was, Tracy coordinated that as one of
That's
her
great.
last great acts before she moved on.
Yeah.
And Colleen was there, and Kim in from the town clerk's office, and they all agreed to take care of this for us, so it was very nice of them. So it's gonna make it very easy to complete. I do want to say, this is, I don't know if anybody's, gotten recent mailings, this is kind of what it's gonna look like. This was, I think, the tax bill mailing, where they got the two labels, the typed or printed labels, and upper and lower case. Now, I noticed the Department of Public Works, I just got this, and that's actually, they use the assessors, all capitals and stuff, which would have worked too. It's
Yeah.
the address that's gonna get it there. But some of the assessor stuff had, multiple names and truncations and trustees all in it, so I try to simplify it, but the main thing is the address is what's gonna get it there. And as long as it looks something like the name of the person that's there, they should open
Close
it
enough.
and get the letter, so. But that was interesting on the envelopes. Let's see. Oh, I did want to mention on these pamphlets that the deadline information is out of date. It still says October in here to apply, but they are aware of that, the DCR, but there's not in the works to reprint them. They're still using up old inventory, but it's early, not late, so when people ask about it, they're going to the early date, and they'll tell them, well, you got till December, and because once somebody's gonna do this, they go through a conversation process with the DCR, the assessors, and so, but anyway, so we are getting, maybe, I guess it's 75 to a case, I think, the Chapter 61 programs and the Protecting Your Legacy pamphlets, and the DCR Forester said he would drop those off in the next week or two at the town hall, which one we'll split between the town hall and the library, and because it's in our letter that that's where they can be picked up, those two locations. So if he only gives us 50 of each, and we can put 25 at each location, kind of monitor how they go once this gets out. But they're not there yet. But we should at least have them dropped off at the town hall in the next couple of weeks. So mailing list, labels, envelopes, eligibility, I think we're good there. Now, the cover letter, I did make some updates to it, and I sent it to everybody. The updates were, Wyland's Trust did fill in their information for the webinar. So, and one thing, the DCFR suggested putting action verbs in front of our 5 bullets. So, attend Massachusetts Department of Conservation Town events, which we don't have the information on yet.
Right.
That's one. He says it'll be another week or two before he can get that to us. But he said they've got it planned out. But so we're still good. But we're gonna get that sometime between now and our next meeting. And what I'm hoping is if we can agree on what content of the letter tonight, when he just sends his information to fill that in, that everybody's in agreement, that I can give that to the town hall to go print copies and start stuffing envelopes. But we're gonna hold the mailing till, I think this second week of September, maybe first week, but it's right around our last meeting. And if I don't give them the letters till after our September meeting, they still have, the printing them is fast, but then they have to stuff all the envelopes, get them to the post office, and if that takes them a couple weeks, because they're, fitting it in, then they might be late. So I'd like to run through the content of the letter tonight, have everybody's agreement that, unless you give me any other changes, we'll agree on those changes here, and then the only other change will be the Mass DCR information, which he's gonna provide and put in, and I'm not gonna change. Whatever he says, that's a date, the date's already there, but times and any details he needs to change. That would be the only change that I would make after this. So the other changes, so I added those action verbs, Wildlands Trust webinar is in, and Wildlands Trust suggested that we mention that we're Community Preservation.
Act, town.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
put
it
the
is-
act word
yeah.
in there? Okay.
You have to put the act word in there.
Yeah, I know, it's a CPA, and it didn't seem necessary to me, but I will put it, it's an act. You know, that does make sense. I just, I saved 3 letters.
I'm just too fussy.
No, that's okay, but you're right, technically right. Lakeville is now a Community Preservation Act town. That is correct. And absolutely right. So I'll make that change if everybody is in agreement. I think it makes sense. It would be good. And then the DCR information I'll put in. Is there anything else anybody wanted to change on the letter? Okay, so when I get, I'll make this one change that Jonas pointed out, and I'll put in this information from DCR, and that's the letter that'll go for printing and mailing. So that's pretty good. I think, and there's a lot of good information in there, and I
A
think
lot
it's
of good information.
pretty straightforward. Now, the next thing was the posting, and I just did something easy, but it's probably not, here they're gonna get an envelope of the mailing, they're gonna open up, and it's gonna be right there, and so it's gonna get their attention. If this is a posting on a board and a bunch of words, probably a lot of people aren't gonna look at it. Might wanna spice it up, but we gotta keep it to one page.
Right.
So I think the posting could use some work, some creativity. If I don't know, some words are going to have to go to get a picture in that's going to grab attention, though, right? Because the page is full now, and there's not much. I mean, because you got the header, you still want to have the Town of Lakeville header on there. You have to have all the bullets of the
Right.
events have to be there. And, you know, I shortened up top to
Right.
take it away from this being a mailing to now this is just, you know, you're reading it on a bulletin board. And the other place it should be is in the community newsletter on the town webpage. So, say we posted at the town hall, we posted at the senior center and at the library. So there's only like 3 copies, and then you actually put it into the community newsletters on the town webpage. You know, we could go further and do the Nemasket News, but I don't know. I think, I've never done that, so. I think it would be enough with the 3 postings, the targeted mailing, and the community newsletter. Does anybody think we need to?
Do you think that Middleborough, they're on Saturday the 4th, which is our arts and crafts?
Yeah, and it's the same day. Yeah.
They might be putting something in the Nemasket if they're having this, right?
The arts festival, the
For
DCR.
Middleborough, yeah.
Yeah, DCR might have something, and they're just for their event, not,
Right.
so what I'm told is to go into the Nemasket News, as long as you put it as an article, they'll put it in for no charge. If you put it in like you're selling something, you get paid for it, but if you put it in as an article. But I don't know if you want to, be interested in doing something like that?
I guess so, yeah, I could try that.
Okay.
I don't know about the poster.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
People are gonna hate the open space committee if it's advertised, you know, less taxes.
Hey, that's what the
I know
program's
it
there
is.
for.
No, I know.
We're
It's to
preserving
provide-
open space.
I know.
And,
I
well, that's
know.
one of the incentives.
Because
to
that's
do
what I
it.
was thinking, that poster would grab attention, save taxes.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
everybody would
Yeah,
want to be.
Yeah, if we put that in
Yeah, I don't think
bold
that's a
red.
good- Yeah, and I don't think that'd be a good thing. so.
Definitely, whatever we post. I mean, I've already copied the assessor and the town administrator on our letter, and they haven't had any objections.
Yeah,
And so the letter going out is fine. The posting, I just think maybe it needs something to get eye attention. So maybe I don't know if we can go in the header space and put a picture of something that's going to grab attention, or like I say, you can highlight something on the tax incentives as something that would.
well, that's what I'm saying, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking, but then it's like, who's reading the poster, you know, they're.
Well, it might take some thought. You know, like I said,
Maybe really
I just did the minimum.
focusing
here.
on conservation, more than, you know.
But I think you need an eye catcher when you're looking at a bulletin board. What's going to get you to look at that piece of paper? If it's a bunch of words, a lot of people aren't going to buy it.
Color,
Yeah,
it's a colored piece of paper.
it's true. Could put some more highlight. Use red color for the dates, and maybe instead of this black, they put it in.
So it jumps out?
Yeah, some red with a date. If you see a date, then you think, oh, there's something happening on that date, you gotta look at it maybe.
Where is it being posted?
Well, the town hall and the library and here, that's the only place we can post it, and then we're gonna put something in the, online on the town newsletter, community newsletter. And that, it's nice to have something attention grabbing. So this is I just did the absolute minimum, just changed it from letter to post, kept all the information, but I didn't do anything creative. So I don't know if anybody wants to get creative,
And when's it have to be done by?
well, we don't have to post it till the mailings aren't going out till September, it could be after our next
Okay.
meeting.
Okay.
We've got a whole month to come up with something more, as a minimum.
I'll
we-
think
we-
about something, I'll try.
If we don't come up with anything, we can post it
Yeah,
as
in
is,
color, yeah.
with
like-
maybe some color changes.
Yeah, so, yeah,
But if, and I don't know what you put for a picture here.
yeah.
But anyways, it needs some thought if
I'll
anybody.
think about it. I don't know if anybody has any ideas, and, we'll put them out there.
Yeah, I don't have any right now, but as a minimum, if we don't come up with anything, we can post it as is. We can put it in the community newsletter as is. It's informative, but it's not eye-catching. All
A
right,
lot
so-
of information, thank you.
So
Well
anyways,
done.
with everybody, and if you want to get creative and do something, that would be great. And, anybody has any thoughts, we can all bring them to the September meeting, agree on the posting,
Yeah,
and then, because you only have to make like 3 copies, but we have to get it into the September newsletter, though. It should be in the September newsletter.
It should be.
So, well, for the postings that are gonna be bulletin boards, we can definitely decide on that, agree on that at the September meeting. But for getting in the newsletter, I don't know what the submission deadline is, anybody know?
I don't know.
For the newsletters?
Yeah, I know
Well, she
the,
usually sends us a thing towards the end of the month and says if you want to put anything in next month's newsletter.
who sends who? I never seen anything.
Oh, you don't get those?
No,
Oh, I get them.
you get them? Do you get them? Oh, check.
No, it's
Uh-oh.
probably
You're on
the
the-
historical.
Maybe
committee.
from the historical commission.
Maybe, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
not set up for open
Ag company, I
space,
don't
because I haven't
It's
gotten,
it's the lady that knows everything.
From Lacey?
I don't
Yeah,
get
right.
anything. I asked Tracy about, how do I do it, and she said that when you get to that point, just see Andrew.
Okay, I'll email you what I usually get. I'll email you what I got in August.
Okay, yeah, because I know the August one is already out.
Right, so I'll email you what I got in the middle of August.
Okay, so
Right.
it's, so, wait, what you got in the middle of July for August?
Right.
So they probably send out the notice in the middle of August
for
for
September,
September.
right.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Right.
We have to catch that one. So, that's the thing, that'll be before our next meeting, then we'll have to put something into the community newsletter. We could put it just like this, and if, but if you can get something.
No, I'll take a look at it. And
Before
you can-
midnight.
I'll send it. I mean, is it okay to send it through the email, or do we have to?
I know it's supposed, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't go back and forth because of the, we can.
the rules.
Yeah, have to get information and agree on things, and that's to be public. We're going to be, I send things out to everybody for discussion at the meeting that we then agree on.
Is that even to post in the newsletter?
What was it?
Is that even to post something in the newsletter?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're putting out a document.
Okay.
I think it has to be agreed on by the committee, and well, you can ask.
I mean, the library does, in fact, I learned something from the library,
Yeah,
actually.
it's not like we're making a decision on a posting is
Right.
all, it's not making a decision on a property.
It's just
So-
information.
So I guess we could, now Tracy would have been able to answer that question, I guess Colleen, we could
Yeah.
ask Colleen that question. If
Yeah,
we can handle that through email outside of the meeting, just to finalize a posting.
newsletter.
Yeah,
The newsletter mostly.
yeah, for the newsletter. Right. Well, I mean, if you make something nice for the newsletter, we'll probably end up using it for the, 3 pieces of paper we're gonna put on bulletin boards too. But, so I know you work full-time, are you gonna be able to check with Colleen to?
Yeah.
By email or something, or call
Yeah.
her? If you run into any trouble, let me know, I can
Okay.
give you a hand, because I'm retired, I have a little more flexible time if I have to get in.
I know, I'm
into
just gonna have to
trouble.
retire.
Yeah. Yeah. when you're ready, but, yeah, so if you wanna take on, looking at the poster, if we can do that outside of a meeting, if we get the okay on that, then we can just handle it by email, and it will be posted, it'll be public in the end. And I'm saying, we're not, making any decisions on any properties or anything, so I think that may be a valid.
Yeah, and I'll
argument.
also ask about posting in the Nemasket, right, if we can do that. I mean,
Yeah,
is that-
yeah, probably should get the approval on that from, the town administrator or select board through Colleen, that, to be able
I
to
think
post
so.
that. Yeah, so I know Tracy had said that, get Andrew involved, so I know when we went to the town hall just to hand out these flyers here,
We
we
had
had to
them
get the
approved?
okay from the town clerk.
Oh,
So I think we should definitely, Tracy had said to see Andrew, so I think we probably should see Andrew before, and we'll probably end up seeing the town clerk before we put any, we can't just put postings up, we have to get the okay to put them up. And we have to get the, of course, we submit to the newsletter, and I guess that gets reviewed and put in the newsletter, appropriate. And then the mascot, we probably question for, Colleen and
Yeah, I
Andrew,
think
the town
so.
administrator, possibly the town clerk, I don't know, but I would start with Colleen and
I would try the
Andrew.
town administrator.
And,
are you gonna talk to him, John, or
What's the question?
were you gonna talk to him, or am I gonna talk to
You
him?
don't talk to him.
Okay, okay.
all right.
I thought you were writing it down, I'm like, oh, look at that.
No, I write down everything just in case anybody asks me.
Okay,
All right.
I'm a notorious note taker.
oh, good,
So
okay.
if you could then check,
Okay.
you're gonna do the
I
checking.
think I'll make an appointment.
Yeah, maybe. But Colleen and Andrew would be the place to start, and if you have to see somebody else, they can tell you.
Yeah,
And tell them, we want to post on the bulletin boards, we want to put a thing in the newsletter, and considering going in the Mascot
Mascot.
News, knowing that it has to be written as an article.
right,
So there might be some more work involved with wording that as well. so.
yeah, yeah, but you had it all, you had 4 of them, so I wasn't like, I think they're all the same, right? There were 4 attachments on my email.
Word. Oh, yeah, no,
They're all the
just
same,
PDF in Word format.
Oh, okay.
Two
okay.
were
I had to
the-
run home and print it, so.
Yeah, two were the letter and
Okay.
2 were the posting.
Okay,
And the posting is just a slightly modified letter.
okay, all right,
All right, so if you run into any trouble and just, or any questions
Okay.
come up, just send me an email. and,
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
all right, thank you.
All right, so that's the letter and posting. And so just to confirm, the letter is okay to go with Jones one change and the DCR information. And the letters, I can submit that to the town hall. Wynn's gonna follow up on the posting, possibly making it more creative, eye-catching looking, and getting the okay for the 3 locations. Bulletin boards and the newsletter and the mascot news. And, all right, so that's cover letter. Well, I do want to mention on the DCR event in Middleborough, I mentioned last time, they open it first to Middleborough residents, but they can have up to 120 people attend.
That's a lot.
And I asked, what he estimated, he said usually about 50% will be full of Middleborough, and then it opens to the surrounding towns, which is us. So there should be approximately 60 openings available, that if people are interested, they see this, they can go online and register for that. And I don't know, I know we've got we're gonna talk about the Lakeville Arts Festival afterwards, but it's the same date as this, October 4th. So I know I was gonna talk to the forester about planning on being there for this event. And I don't know, does anybody else, we gotta cover 2 events here, does anybody else would like
I
to be?
have a wedding.
Okay, on the 4th, so you
on the
can't do
floor,
either.
Yeah,
And you're both at the historic,
I'm in the historic table
so you're
every
both
year.
gonna be at the historic table?
Are you gonna be, I'm always at the historical table.
Say it again?
At the Arts and Music Festival, I always man the historic table.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually there too, yeah.
Okay, and Bob, you covered Alliance, is that true? You're gonna do that again this year?
Probably.
Okay. So, I'll go to the Middleborough DCR if they have an opening for me, I'll talk to the forester. So I didn't wanna take up too many openings if they only had like 60 or 50 or something. So it's good, nobody else can make it anyways. But it looks like everybody's either not available or going to be at the Arts Festival. I'll cover the PCR event. And I don't know what Melissa does with parks, but she's going to be brand new, but she have an option to go either. So we're going
Maybe
to
we'll
cover.
have two new members by then, one of them will want to.
It does take a little while to get through, but at least we got one. So let's see, CR, posting. Okay, I think that's everything on the outreach program.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, any other questions or things to bring up on the outreach? I think we covered pretty much everything there. It's all in motion, we're almost there. Another month, we'll just, then we'll be getting all the inputs coming back. So hopefully we'll get a lot of emails and calls, and the forester will get calls, and a lot of one's trust. So, it's our first time doing this, so this will be really interesting.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
good.
Okay, I think that's it for that item. Okay, agenda item 9, the cranberry growers presentation, which Joan and I were both there, but Joan took notes and I did not. And you were gonna-
They did a really good
Yeah.
job about talking about modern cranberry growing and how it pertains to farming today, new principles, upland for open space, clean water, non-toxic chemicals. So cranberry farming is really taken off. Massachusetts is big and getting bigger all the time as cranberry growers. And it was really pretty interesting about how cranberry growing has changed, the machinery's changed, the berries themselves have changed for growing more berries, bigger berries, and it was a really good presentation.
And that presentation is available online too, I believe. I think it was with the select board's meeting, they had the presentation. So if you go to the select board agenda for, I think it was July 8th.
You
July
can watch the program.
Yeah, you can go and go through all the slides.
It's good to hear that it's less toxic, that's for sure.
I mean, it was a really well-done program.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. And it is available if you are interested in seeing the latest in cranberry growing technology. It's available. Right. Agenda item 10, the Lakeville Arts and Music Festival in October 4th. They did send out a mailing inviting everybody to participate, and I know Historic Commission is in there every year, and the open space has been in the past, and the last 2 years I know we have not been involved. What is involved in like the Historical
table.
Commission? You have a table,
We have,
put up a,
we have a table with historical things, the books, the Lakeville history books and other articles, maps.
they say they give you a 10-foot by 10-foot space.
I think they're all different sizes. I mean, we're in the steamroller barn, so we don't really worry about our space. But we used to have a table,
Put
we
a
used to have a
canopy
table.
up, and put a sign on the canopy.
Yeah.
So people know that you're there and they ask questions.
Right, I mean, we used to have a booth outside in front of the old town hall,
Yeah.
so we just put up a little canopy, but you have to apply through the Arts Council to get
Okay.
one.
Okay, they give you a canopy if you apply?
No, you have to
No,
bring your own. You just have
You
to,
get a
if
canopy?
you get approved to be, if you get approved to be at the Arts and Music, then
We have
you bring your
lots
own,
at the
you set up
Lions
your
Club.
own booth.
We have lots of the Lions Club. If you want to borrow one, let me know. I'll get one for you.
Well, I know I can't be there, and Lynn can't be there, and you guys are on the historic, and you're on the lines.
But we can put them on our table with the historical.
Yeah, if you don't mind doing that.
We're
at
both,
least-
we're both open space members as
Yeah.
well, so we
Yeah.
can have them
Is the
at our
Lions, is the
table.
Lions table near your historic commission table?
You
Usually,
were right across from us last time.
we were in the old steamroller barn the last time. Usually you're up
What's
front near
that?
us, because we used to be out in front of the old town hall, but you used to be doing some laws right out front.
Right. Yeah, we were right in the corner, right there,
You were always on the corner.
right there.
Well, I think where historic commission and open space are
They're kind of
related.
hand in hand.
It would be good if, we'll just,
We'll just take them with
Put
us, and we
them-
can talk to about open space as well.
that would be good, because
Yeah,
you are on
sounds
open
good to
space
me,
and you're on
yeah.
historic, 2 for 1. You don't have to, we
Absolutely,
don't.
2 for 1.
So do we have to, would that be in your application?
I
Do you
would-
have an
I would-
application every year?
I would ask the Arts Council if we can do it that way.
Well, I think, they say you can combine, you're not selling anything, so there's no
Well,
charge,
and then
right?
for the town, there's nothing. So I think we could probably just tell them, none of us can be there, but 2 of the open space members are also historical commissioners.
so
Can
you're
we
covering
Can we have
both.
the information for open space at our
Yeah.
booth?
So for Historic Commission, do you actually put one of these applications in every year?
Nancy probably does, the secretary.
Yeah, and what about for Lions, do you put an application?
I never did it, so I don't know if it was done.
Somebody must have.
Just email
Probably
Joanne.
Chris.
Yeah,
Email
probably
Joanne.
Chris.
Yeah, I will check with Nancy.
Just email Joanne.
Who's Joanne?
Uh,
Apterson, that's Apterson.
uh, Email here.
Okay. Okay, so our intent is.
Email here.
Okay, right there, okay. Okay, and then
And-
ask whether we
And ask
need to,
if,
if we can get on, if you have an application, if we can, because they say you have to list everything you're gonna have.
right,
So if,
just ask if we can hand out the brochures.
okay. So email.
I'm not sure what the protocol is for 2 for 1, but,
It says you can combine things.
Right,
And if
so-
you're not selling anything,
right,
there's no
we're not
cost.
selling anything
And
as open
speaking of
space.
which, we talked about last meeting that everybody would take a packet of 25 of these.
Absolutely.
And in case you run into somebody you want to hand them out to,
And,
and, was there?
Perfect,
an
thank
extra one
you.
there? So those are just, for you to keep in stock, but for Lakeville Arts, we'll get some more, because we have a box of them. And so once we get the okay on that, the plan is to join with the Historic Commission at their table, and you're members of both, so you got it covered, and all we're gonna do is hand out the brochures and answer any questions I may ask, but, sound good? And
I think
and
that
will-
would work fine.
And I will email and make sure we're okay.
That's what I would do, just make
Okay.
sure it's okay. That's 2 for 1.
Yeah, that works out really well.
I'm sure, certainly happy to talk about open space.
Yeah,
You're the expert too.
and they,
She
you know,
is the
they're
expert.
related, and you're on both, so that's perfect.
Exactly.
All right, so I think we have a plan there, and that's not till October, so next meeting, I mean, I'll definitely, if I get any inputs, have to do anything, I'll email, like if you on the Historic Commission have to change your application or find out if you got an application, I'll see what they say. But anyways, by the September meeting, we should have everything ironed out.
Ready to go.
Because that's a month later is the festival. All right, so we got that covered. Agenda item 11, new business. There's no new correspondence or announcements that we haven't talked about. Unless anybody's aware of anything else. Discuss agenda items for next meeting. Is there anything anybody thinks we should add to our agenda? It's been a-
Roll them forward.
Yeah, we got so much going on right now, here, right now, that after we get the outreach launched and
Right.
done, I did wanna go and look at our goals and discuss which ones to
Absolutely.
go after. There's too many goals to do them all, but
That's right.
agree on which next 1 or 2 to take care of, you know. And everybody, it's all posted on our webpage, and the soon-to-be-released 2025 open space plan, all the goals are in there. And so, but it'd probably be maybe at, I don't know, maybe next meeting or maybe October meeting by the time we get to, into that discussion. So I won't put that on the agenda for next meeting, but just something to keep in mind. You can look at it ahead of time, so that maybe at October meeting we can make some decisions. Anything else under new business? Okay, our next meeting is the first Thursday in September, September 4th, 6 PM, here at the Lakeville Senior Center. Anything else before we adjourn? Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion
In a second?
to adjourn?
All right. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.